Welcome to Globewatch with me, Charles Subne, in Yaoundé. The outcome of US elections 2016 is one of the most debatable and controversial news feeds of our generation. It's almost 2 years since the Donald Trump presidency began, on the heels of one of the most contestable presidential outcomes of one of the most watched political systems in the world, the US presidential elections, campaigns, and debates. Well, the hullabaloos of foreign involvement into the election led the administration to create a special counsel to prop in the alleged Russian involvement. Well, on the other side, much of the debate is on what went wrong with the strategies of the Democratic campaign. Well, my guest today on Globewatch is one of the actors of the US 2016 presidential elections. Why are we so much concerned today with the involvement of foreigners in the US presidential election? Former Hillary Clinton for American campaign associate Federik Tchoungui, welcome to Globewatch.
Thank you. Thank you for having me today.
November 9, 2016, 2 a.m., you are in Virginia, just close to Arlington, the cemetery. You finally learned that Donald Trump is the president of the United States of America. How did you feel?
I was so devastating, like my colleagues, because we were not prepared to have this news that Donald Trump was the new president of America at this 2 a.m. like you said. We put so much hurt, we make so much effort to make Hillary Clinton the new president, the first woman president of the United States of America. So that was devastating for us, and like you said in the book, you see, I just close my eyes and sleep because I hope when I will woke up, that will be just a nightmare. So that's how I feel when we have the news that Donald Trump is the new
Did that
president.
particular circumstance in your life defined the title of the book you wrote, and which is Out of My Comfort Zone? Was the defeat of Hillary Clinton bringing the world to an end for you?
No, I choose that title because to get into the Democratic Party of Virginia was really hard, and I make so much effort, like you wrote on the book. I made so much effort to get into the campaign, to be an organizer. So I have to step up and goes out of my comfort zone.
Let me just hang on there. You are not an American.
I'm not.
How did you succeed to be one of the coordinators of the Hillary Clinton campaign for America? Just take me through the process of your entry into that political gamble.
First of all, I was studying in France for my master degree in public relations, and I was already involved in politics in France, and I want to make a step up to learn more on how to organize a political campaign. And then I applied in Miami, Florida, to be a fellow, just a fellow in the organization, and then I have to pass several tests, and then they say you are going to be the next fellow in Miami, Florida for Hillary Clinton campaign. And then I landed to Florida, and I see in 1 month that I want more. I want to know more about how to organize, like I said, a political campaign. I have responsibilities, and then I move to Virginia in my aunt's house. And then I start to apply for the HQ in Virginia, and it took me
the headquarters.
Yeah, it's headquarters, and it took me like 2 months to get there at September.
Oh, well, you arrived the campaign trail in September
Yes.
with all the hullabaloos of the hacking scandals, of the emails, of the State Department fallouts for Hillary Clinton. How was the internal workings of the backstage campaigns?
The news didn't affect us. When you work for the campaign, you just work. Just focus on what you have to do. You just focus on I have to do my work. And that's it. And we don't pay attention of the mails of hacking and everything that goes outside of the headquarters. We just focus on I have to coordinate a part of Virginia, so this is my job. And when we're facing some people in Virginia, they ask a question: what's happened with that Russian involvement in the campaign? What's happened with the mails? We have to say, listen, we're going to focus on what Hillary Clinton wants for the country, not what happened in outside of the country. What is the project of Hillary Clinton? That's the only thing that we had to say to the people.
Do you think that partially contributed to the defeat of Hillary Clinton? Because while the internal workings were so focused on a message for America, what she could do for women's rights, for education,
Yes.
the issues of credibility, of her past records, of management at the State Department as U.S. Secretary of State, of her handling of her husband's Monica Lewinsky scandals, provided an image of a bad candidate, a lady who is not clean.
Yes.
In the words of Donald Trump during one of the presidential campaigns, a nasty woman.
Yes. What people has to know is the only reason why Hillary Clinton fell. It's because our campaign were not able to show people that she will be a better president than Trump. That's all. So Trump has so many controversial news about his life, his sexual harassment on women. Is not. He did so many things in this campaign to that make him not be the a president that America needs. But at the same time, we didn't show American people that Hillary Clinton was the better president than Trump. And all this news, of course, like you said, was something that, how can I say that, make her image would seem very bad for the American.
You clearly state that Hillary lost the elections because campaign strategy failed to portray to Americans that she would be a better president than Donald Trump. By insinuation, the so alleged Russian involvement had no impact on the outcome of the results. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think it's correct. I think it's correct because what American people really want, is it's a president that look like them. Donald Trump is a billionaire. We all know that. But Donald Trump make in his campaign has an image that I'm like you. I work hard. I make my money, and that's all you want to know. I can hire you. I can create jobs. I can help our common economy to be better than in Obama presidency. That's the fact that Donald Trump just make it look so nice. I'm the guy. And what you have to know, in the other side, that America is like, I can divide it in two parts. You have the coast that vote Democrats, but you have the center, and the media don't talk about the center. They only talk about New York, Los Angeles,
California,
yes, Los Angeles, and yeah, California.
Mississippi,
yes, where
the west and the east coast of
Yes,
the United States, the two opposing ends.
yes, only. But in the center, American people are really conservatism. They don't want a woman to be president.
They are neocons, if you like.
Yes. So they don't want a woman to be president. They don't want immigration to be more to affect their life, their everyday life, and they want.
They don't like gay rights.
Yes, they don't like gay rights. They want a wall. I want a wall to put the Mexican out of the country. That's what they like. When I was working in Virginia, I was crossing the country also to visit. And when you are in the center, you see in the front of the house Trump paints in every house in the center of United States. The media don't go inside, so everybody just look at the big city and say Hillary Clinton is going to win.
During the campaign period, before the day of election on November 8th, which were some of the moments that you remember as very key in the campaign period?
I can't lie. We didn't see nothing. We didn't see nothing happen. We knew all the time that Hillary is going to win. We cannot imagine what is preparing.
Why did you people have the constant belief that Hillary Clinton was going to be president?
Because of the how can I say that in English? The sondage, because of
opinion polls.
Opinion polls. All the opinion polls in the world, in America, say Hillary is going to win by 60. So I remember in the last debate between Hillary Clinton and Trump, Trump said, I will not accept this result, because he knew, like everybody else, that he's going to lose. But unfortunately, he won, and what's happened now.
How much of that was a political earthquake to the projections of political consultants like you?
It's how can I say that? For me, what I gained from this campaign, I think I gained so many skills to organize a campaign in the country, and I really want to give it back to Cameroonian young people to be more involved in how you organize a political campaign, and be more involved to decide with the leaders how you're going to speak to Cameroonian people, how you're going to speak to different communities in Cameroon, to have the better how can I say that, the better program for them.
And I just want to pause you there. There is what they call in the United States of America the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, FISA, where they check in the involvement of foreigners in an election, whether they turn out the outcome. You know the stories surrounding Paul Manafort, the former campaign chairman for Donald Trump, Larry Page, and others. When President Donald Trump says the Mueller investigation to check the Russian meddling is the biggest political witch hunt in history, do you agree with him, as a former defender of Hillary Clinton, that the current president of the United States of America is correct to say that?
I think it's correct to say that, because when you see how the election goes, when you see the victory of Trump, you can't when you see the fall of Hillary Clinton,
the failure,
the defeat
of Hillary
Clinton, you see that she just not lose because she's a woman, but she also lose because there is several controversy in this campaign. You can't deny that. Nobody can. We see that as I see that as a worker. I feel it when I go to the campaign and talk to people, that people want to know what's happened in this country. We are the greatest country in the world. How is possible that Russian people can
hack?
Can hack our system. That's incredible. So that's why Vladimir Putin was named the most powerful man in the world.
So all the congressional investigations, the Mueller investigation, the independent inquiries that have been set is just a waste of time?
It's not a waste of time, but what you have to know is we just, I think America is not is failing on how can I say that doing some them security of information is not that is. I think they have to refresh, like think again how we manage the world, and not only think that we are the best and we control everything.
Do you think that the American digital security apparatus is a candle in the wind, confused, weak?
I think it's weak because when you have Russian people that can hack you, and you say we are the best at security, in the security information, security of police, and of security of people, and Russian people hack you, that means you started to be less efficient.
Let's cross to another area of our discussion. You did not only work for Hillary Clinton, you equally worked for the governor of Virginia State, Ralph Northam, for his political campaigns. How does it work? What does it entail to work with such high profile personalities in the world and to run their campaigns, because you were part of his political team?
Yes. When you how I get there, when you work for Hillary Clinton and you have good marks by your supervisor, they say, oh, you are good, we have another campaign in 2017, we're going to hire you and you're going to be a political associate of Ralph Northam in the Ralph Northam campaign. So they hire me when I go back to France, and then I came back in June. They hire me and we just start to work, and I was the one I was more important than Hillary Clinton campaign, because I have a side of Virginia. I have to represent the governor there. I talk to the people about what governors want. I go to an event to talk about the program of the governor. I represent him in this part of the country, of the city, of the state. Sorry.
And when you were talking to them, how did you change your strategy of fundraising, of messaging, to make a clear difference from the failed Hillary Clinton campaign to make him a success story?
I think no. First of all, we know Virginia was so important because and how can I say that, when Trump was president, no Democrat won something before Ralph Northam win the election. So this election in Virginia was so important. So we said to people that, look at what Trump did with the country. Look at every speech he make, every political decision he made. Look every step he make. That's not what American people want. What you want women's rights.
You are talking about the withdrawal from the Paris Climate Change Agreement.
Yes.
You are talking about the Mexican saga.
Yes.
You are talking about the black white supremacy movement after the shootings.
Yes, everything. So when you go, it was really easy. We don't have that much work because Trump did the work for us. We just go. You see what Trump did? We don't. This is what you want? They say no.
Okay, let me come to your book. Out of My Comfort Zone. Tell me the nitty-gritties of this book.
This is the book of young Cameroonian. I can say that young Cameroonian because I was born and raised in Cameroon. I just go to France when I was 18, and a young guy who wants to have a better life, who want to be I can say, a leader of his generation by doing things that people don't. That's all. That is the base of the.
Do you think you have done some of those things that young Cameroonians cannot do?
No, they can't do.
Do you think that you have done some of those things that they had not done?
Yes, they had not done. Yes.
Have you done that?
I think. Work for American political campaign. No Cameroonian has done that before.
Just how ambitious are you?
I'm ambitious like every young guy. I see the world. I say
The question is this: what is the finality of your ambitions?
the finality of my ambition is to give it, like I said, give it back to my young Cameroonian fellows. Just I learned something. I want to pass my what I know to give to them. Like I said before, to make them knows how to organize a political campaign, because when you know how to organize a political campaign, you have you can, how can I say, you can impact your country.
We are told across the world that foreigners are not supposed to participate in whatsoever form. Explain to me how a non-American like you will be part of a campaign strategy when you are exposed to top secret material.
It's all about hard work and devotion. It's all about, you want something, you're gonna get it. That's all. My goals when I put my 2 feet in US, I want to be a part of US campaign. I want it so bad.
Why did you even choose to be part of the Hillary Clinton campaign for America and not Donald Trump or Make America Great Again?
Because when I was in France, I was working with the Socialism Party, and I think Socialism Party are more as
the party of ex-president François Hollande.
Yes, I was working for François Hollande. I was a national delegate of Socialism Party, and I think the Socialism Party have the same, not really the same, but have some ideas more close to the Democrats, than the Republican.
If Hillary won the elections, the Republicans equally would have said, okay, we need commissions to check all those foreigners who worked. You would have been under investigation, right?
No, I don't think so. I was not that in the hierarchy. I was not that elevated.
Well, the reality is this: for some of us who studied literature, you have a plot in a book, and in that plot of that book, there are major and minor characters.
Yes.
And whether you are a major or minor character, there is a role you play. And that is why even in the film industry, when they are giving prizes or awards for lead character, they equally give prizes for second roles.
Yes, sure. I was a minor.
So there are some responsibilities you will bear, right?
I was a minor. I was a major. Sorry, because I was the one who I was the only one who was speak French. So in Virginia, you have a little population that speaks French.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
because of the colonial history of the United States.
Yes. So me, I was sent. I was okay. You speak French. This is one of your skills. So go to the state and speak to people. Speak to people in French that this is what you want. This is what you have to vote for Trump. How they say
for Hillary.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
For Hillary. So what I want to say is how a guy who speaks French are involved in political campaign in America. That does not make sense. So they were, why are you here? I'm here because this election matters for the world, not only for America. This is the world. We are playing our world. America is the first leader of the world, so we have to. Everybody has to be involved in this campaign.
I should tell my audience that you are just 27. You are one of the few guests I've had on the sets younger than myself. Oh. In the days ahead, you will be heading back to France
to gain what Emmanuel Macron wants to make for the French
for the French of Europe.
I will be coordinating that.
You will be coordinating that.
Yes.
How do you foresee the challenge?
This is a great opportunity for me because I will see if what I gain in US are really are very important. I will see if I manage some people in France, because you know in America there is a certain way to do politics. In France there is another. In Europe there is another. So I want to know if my skills I can put that, I can do the same in France, and if I will be more efficient or less efficient than in US.
Federik Tchoungui, the author of Out of My Comfort Zone and former Hillary Clinton Campaign for America Associate and Coordinator. Thank you very much indeed for being guest on Globewatch.
Thank you for having me.
And good luck for your future political outcomes.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.